And how has your identity shaped your goals, outlook, or values?
I think my identity has shaped my goals and values a lot. I would say it made me want to work harder, stay focused, and kind of like set an example for the people coming after me. I think it also taught me to stay grounded, kind of like respect others, and be proud of where I came from.
How do conversations around race today, in politics and social media, affect you personally?
I think conversations about race today definitely affect me. I think seeing stuff on social media or in politics can sometimes get overwhelming, but I think sometimes it feels like people are arguing more than actually listening. But it also pushes me to stay aware of what's going on and think about kind of like how I want to carry myself in the world.
Do you see mixed race people represented well in media or society?
I see mixed race people in social media more now, but I still think we're always represented well. A lot of times I feel like it's like they only show like one type of mixed experience, but not the real variety of people go through.
What stereotypes have you encountered about being mixed?
I've heard a few stereotypes about being mixed, like people assuming I'm confused about who I am, that I automatically fit in everywhere, but sometimes people also expect me to look or act a certain way. It's kind of annoying, but I try not to let it define me.
Have you ever experienced racism or colorism? How did it impact you?
Uh, yeah, I have experienced racism and colorism before. For example, I've had people make assumptions of me because of my skin tone or talk to me differently than other people. But it bothered me at the time, but it also made me stronger and more confident in who I am.
Have you ever felt pressure to pick a side or identify in a certain way?
Yeah, at times I think I have felt pressure to pick a side. Sometimes people expect me to identify as like a certain way, but I've learned to just be myself and accept all parts of who I am.
Did your family openly talk about race when you were growing up? If so, how?
That's a good question. Yeah, my family did talk about race when I was growing up. They mostly brought it up during everyday situations, kind of like things happening in the news or stuff I might run into at school. It wasn't super formal, but they made sure I understood who I am and how to carry myself.
How has being mixed influenced your relationships with different sides of your family?
Being mixed has affected my relationship with both sides of my family. I think it helps me connect with everyone, but sometimes I feel like I get caught in the middle. Overall, it just makes me appreciate both sides more.
Has the way you see your identity changed as you've gotten older?
Yeah, I think it has. As I've gotten older, I think I've become more aware of what my identity means and how it shapes my experiences, so I can take more pride in it now.
How do you describe your racial or ethnic identity?
I describe my racial and ethnic identity as an African American. I think it's a core part of who I am and how I see myself.